late Queen's clever maneuver enabled Meg from the UK installed permanent cameras in Castle to record the locations of theft. Prince Harry is questioning his rash choice to leave the royal family. In 2020, the Duke of Sussex and his wife Meghan Markle gave up their roles as working royals and relocated to California with their 2 children in an effort to live a more private existence. Queen reiterated Harry's claims about being treated horribly while he was in the UK, but the expert reflected on his uncertain future, which robs him of his connection to the royal family in Spare and elsewhere. Tom Queen, author of Gilded Youth and an intimate history of growing up with the royal family, has now suggested that the former royal has begun to regret his decision to let go of his title at the whim of the moment. Harry has been quite open about how he feels extremely mistreated. Queen revealed the information to The Express, but I believe he is already starting to get credit since he is aware of the benefits of being a royal family member. What are they going to do when people get tired of all the whining? A former employee of Harry's from when they lived at Windsor at Frogmore asked me as he continued. What transpires when the whining must stop? What useful function may a royal have? Harry and Meghan have had a rough few months, and they are presently working hard to save their media company. Now comes the Queen's rebuke. There is rumor that Meghan and Harry were dismissed by the late Queen, which caused them to leave, yet, they decided to leave, they claim, in order to save face. The only person who is aware of the true cause of the departure is Duchess Sophie. In Sophie and Princess Anne, Queen Elizabeth discovered information that she would have otherwise concealed from Prince Philip and discussed it with her closest staff members. The Queen was aware that he could rely on Sophie to carry out her instructions. In order to prevent Marco from stealing anything that wasn't hers, Sophie sent him packing from the UK. Harold began to go off course towards creating their own brand, which they could sell and use to generate revenue. As an illustration, they obtained copyright for their own line of merchandise, which the family discovered and forced to close. They swiftly issued their statement on resigning after recognizing the writing on the wall in an effort to control the narrative, but it was unsuccessful. They unilaterally chose to leave the parts of their professions they didn't enjoy while deciding to maintain the parts they did enjoy. They were dismissed as a result of this. The Road of Constitutional Arrangement contains numerous significant provisions, such as preserving political neutrality and refraining from utilizing a position of public service for personal gain. This is crucial because it guards against abuse of authority and corruption. They needed to be let go since they weren't willing to abide by the regulations. The lake gave off the flames. When Prince Philip was dying and she was ill, Meghan didn't care whether she was wounded by their behavior, which is why they dropped the discriminating bombshell knowing how much it would harm the late Queen and the Commonwealth legacy. After getting married in a formal royal ceremony, Meghan felt more confident since she was now able to work with suppliers and schedule appointments with Netflix in England and Oprah in Quebec. Does she not remember that Scotland Yard security personnel are on duty around the clock and record every second of every day? Real-time video is taken and recorded of their vehicle movements. Actually, Marco believed that because of her age, she might outperform the Queen. The Queen, however, had the final laugh when she rejected their request to be partially in and partially out. I wonder if Henry was aware of it. He must have, since he has asked the royal family to apologize for how they treated her. She and Henry both received the justice they deserved. Both are liars who should never be believed in public.